to Granada Hills Center for Spiritual Living and our evening of meditation. My name is Nancy Woods. I'm the assistant minister here, and I will take you through a meditation, and thank you for joining me as we have this experience. And also joining me is one of our newest practitioners, and we welcome Kathy. And join us as we go through this process, as Kathy and I go through the process of lighting the flames of faith as a call to service. We perform this ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all people and all faiths, all sentient beings, come from one great universal presence, which we call spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. So as Kathy lights the first candle, is for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the second candle for the shamanic tradition, honoring the beliefs and practice of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the fifth candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light the sixth candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the seventh candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light the eighth candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the ninth candle for all forms of New Thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light the 10th candle for all those who are as yet unaware of spirit in their lives and the space we hold for them here at the center. And as Kathy lights the healing candle, please put silently into the light the names of anyone you wish to have experienced the healing flame of God's eternal love.
I'm thankful, so grateful. I'm one with the Spirit all around me. I'm thankful, so grateful. I trust in God. I surrender. I surrender. I'm one with the Spirit all around me. I surrender. I surrender. I trust in God.
As we gather together this evening, in person and online, let's turn our attention inward and know that this evening is unlike any other evening ever before or ever to come. We are sharing this unique space of time with minds that are open and ready to receive. We recognize the one divine presence that is within and around us and through us. In this moment, we release any distractions or doubts, knowing that we are supported by a greater power. We embrace clarity and inspiration, allowing it to flow freely among us. With gratitude, I accept that our time together is filled with purpose, peace, and possibility. I release my word to the law, knowing that the answer is always yes, my beloved, yes. Let the manifestation begin. And so it is. So when I looked at the schedule and realized that I would be presiding at the first meditation in December, I right away scurried to our website to see what the theme for December was going to be. Sticking the landing. Well, what the heck? Lots of images played through my mind, none of them very spiritual. But then I remembered Reverend Nancy's talk on Sunday about how she lost her spirituality for a minute and yelled at her nephews. That made me remember a recent incident where my daughter and her longtime boyfriend, Hector, took me out for dinner and to see Wicked for my birthday. So sweet. Afterwards, we stood outside the theater, and I expressed my gratitude. Thank you so much, Jenny. Thank you so much, Luis. Silence falls. I know I have said something wrong, but I can't zero in on what it was. Jenny clears her throat and says, "This is Hector, Mom. Luis was 2 boyfriends ago." I can actually feel the blood rising to my face. I stammer, "I'm sorry," about 20 times. I know Jenny will never forgive me. Hector's feelings will be hurt. What have I done? Well, as it turns out, nothing. Jenny and Hector were laughing and assuring me that I didn't have to worry about it. And I realized that the sad, bad, embarrassed feelings that I were having were all mine, all my choice. And I once again realized that it is truly how we interpret life that dictates how we respond to life. So, Nancy was right on Sunday. What a surprise, huh? Even just deciding to turn left instead of right changes innumerable aspects of life, most of which we'll never even know or notice. I'm sure you heard the story about the butterfly wing that flutters here and then changes something in China, because it's all connected. Making choices involves consciously applying spiritual tools and understanding to align with your greatest good. We must recognize that our decisions impact not only ourselves, but also the collective consciousness. It's helpful to ask yourself a few questions when you're making a choice, any choice, big or small. Is this choice in alignment with truth, love, and abundance? Will this decision produce constructive effects for me and others? Am I making this decision from love and faith or from fear and limitation? Use spiritual mind treatment to clarify your desires, release limiting beliefs, and affirm divine guidance in your decision-making process. These are words especially to remember as we move into a season of year that can bring people closer together or it can push them farther apart. It is our choice how we respond. Do we choose hurt and anger and disappointment, or do we choose compassion and understanding? It's not out of our hands. We are not at the mercy of anything outside of ourselves. It is our choice, as is everything. And every choice matters. Every single one. Make them good ones. And so it is. So we have things coming up to do here at CSL, as we always do. That's what's so fun about being here. There's always something going on. So we are giving blessing bags, which we have done in the past and will do again. We're still collecting for this project, benefiting the unhoused or the homeless. Please see the table in Sparks Hall, all of you out there, to see what else is needed. And this is going to go on until the second Sunday in December, which is next Sunday. So thank you to all who have participated. It really does make a difference. We have ongoing Wednesdays. Sangha classes are held from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m. The classes are standalone, and it's $25 for each class. The remaining classes dates for this session are December 11th and December 18th. Please see the flyer in Sparks Hall. Sangha is facilitated by Vinu Allah, who was fabulous at it, and I hear nothing but wonderful reports of how wonderfully she handles those classes and facilitates them. So ongoing on Thursdays from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m., AA is hosting a recurring open book study in the children's room. It's open to anybody to attend. And you can contact Liz C. at 818-640-2458 for any questions. This coming Sunday, December 8th, is a big one. We have a potluck, so bring your best dish to share. And afterwards, the Granada Hills Parade will be going by, and we are right in the middle of where it will be going by. So in the past, we've had brought chairs out and sat out there on the sidewalk and watched this parade go by, which is a great way to open up the season. I've loved it. It kicks off at 1 p.m., the parade does. On December 11th, there's the Taze service. Join us for an evening of stories, prayers, and chanting, facilitated by Reverend Jeannie Hoffman. I presided for her at one of the Taze services, and man, that is such a great service, and she handles it beautifully. On December 18th is the Spiral of Light service at 6:30 p.m. I think that's a Wednesday also. Come and share in the peaceful atmosphere of beautiful candlelight prayer. It's in a spiral. It's in here, I think.
Yes.
And I think we walk around the spiral. I haven't been to it yet, but I'm hoping to come to this one. Sounds beautiful. So this is facilitated by Rosalie Bate, practitioner. And I think that's about it for this coming week. So now I turn everything over to Nancy.
Thank you. I like that. Lewis instead of, what was the name? I remember Lewis, but I forgot Hector instead of. Oh, that is kind of funny, Kathy. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
She read, is that out on the calendar?
It's on the calendar. All the things that it's on there.
The Hoffman thing?
What?
Hoffman?
The Taze service.
Music?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. That's on Wednesday night. That's next Wednesday. Okay. So, welcome to our Wednesday Night Live and our meditation service. Um, I want to introduce this time we are meditating with the idea that I'm into Emma Curtis Hopkins again. Every once in a while, I have to pick up a book and read again. So right now, I was reading Faith, Having Faith, and one of the things that she was really emphasizing is faith when you having faith when the things don't seem to be going as they should, as we think they should. But if we focus in a direction of where we want to be, that is when we have faith. We stay focused on what we want instead of the things that aren't the way we want to. And to be able to do that is faith. That's the level of faith we have, to shift our consciousness towards what we want rather than towards what is the things that seem disjointed. One of the first teachers I had said that sometimes we think that we need to have a certain amount of awareness and faith in order to do treatment. And so one of the things he was saying is, have you ever noticed that if you keep repeating something, after a while it's on your mind rather than the other thing? He said, so if you can affirm something in the direction that you want to go and just keep saying it and keep saying it, after a while your mind is going to believe what you're saying rather than the things that's outside. He said, so it's those kind of events, if you take that process and keep doing it, then you will begin to gain faith in your own understanding of spirit itself. But you don't have to begin with having all the faith of it. It's just keep affirming where you want to be. And you affirm it so much that your mind hears nothing else. So one of the people described, I don't know, Louise Hay was one of the spiritual teachers. And what she would do is that when she decided that she wanted something to happen, she would put stickers all over the house, all over the bathroom, all over the bed, all around of what she saw herself experiencing. So that no matter what room she went in or what she was doing, there was something in front of her, saying what she wants to have experienced. So the idea is, and Holmes says it in another way, he said a trained mind is the stronger mind. So what we're doing is training our mind to believe the truth, knowing that the divine presence is always with us. It's kind of what we feel. That's why we're in here practicing this. We kind of know it, but we try to feel like we want to get there. So he said, rather than judging yourself where you are, affirm what you want to be and do things to keep it in front of you and keep you self-focused on where you want to go. So I was thinking that one of the things that recently that I have experienced is that I've had a couple of incidents in my life in the last couple of months. As a matter of fact, there were deaths in my life in the last couple of months. So I realized that they kept popping up, at different times. And so I realized that there was still some energy in my body, around the loss and the shift. And it was affecting how I was thinking. I wasn't on a positive note. I was thinking of what if, and that kind of thinking. So that was what made me pick up Emma Curtis Hopkins and start reading her. And when she said that, and I said, all right, because I could see where I went down some of those paths I went down recently because I wasn't focused on where I wanted to be with it. I kind of knew because To me, death is that a person moves to the other side and he's just not here. Uh, and even though with grief, you think about missing them, but in actuality, the person is perfectly fine. I feel like the person is fine. It's me missing them that I'm dealing with. So I don't have to worry about that. I need to be here and decide where my consciousness wanted to be. So that's why I wanted to do a meditation tonight where we kind of just center ourselves in the idea of just being with spirit, knowing that our whole life comes out of the spiritual presence of life, of knowing and understanding that it is the essence of everything that's in existence. And I can not focus on my misperception of life. So I have this process that I'm practicing at home. So I decided that I would practice it with each one of y'all and see what y'all think of. It's working. And I see myself shifting because otherwise, I don't. The person that I usually study immigrant time, I ran into them. And then they would start talking about it. So I picked up the book. So the little things that happen that take me back in a different direction. So let's see how it affects each one of you. Just kind of follow along with me here and see what kind of place that you end up experiencing. So I want you to just get comfortable and totally bring your mind here in this moment, in this current time. And consciously say, letting go of the day, the events, and all that has happened before. Focus on the idea that this is a spiritual energy. This is a spiritual presence. This is the divine creative presence of life expressing itself as me. And as I do this, I know that which is within me, that divine presence, has within it that is bringing itself as love, as peace, as harmony, as a flow of life that is experiencing the joy of being alive, that is expressing the wonder of the newness that each day brings. So in this awareness, in this understanding, I relax into the idea where I'm tuning in to this body human experience in such a way that I am recognizing the oneness of it, oneness with the divine. And I do this by recognizing that I'm grounded in this beautiful earth and nature experience of life. And as I think about this, I think about being oneness with the earth itself. And I take myself into this place as I think about the roots of the tree going into the ground. And I feel the freshness of the dirt as it's nurturing. And the earthworms and the bugs that just keep the dirt stirred up and aerated so that the earth can just keep nurturing the root, feeding it. So this is how I'm grounded to this divine, perfect place and my connection with the earth itself. And out of this connection comes my physical expression of being in this physical body. And know this energy that I have recognized that is connected. And know that it is connected as I move up through the physical aspect of life and admire the wondrous sky and all its beauty and expansive way of being. Knowing that out of this vastness of being comes all the wondrous uniqueness of the physical expressions of life. And knowing that this wondrous creative universal presence that created the moon, the stars, the sun, and all its uniqueness, this is the energy that has come forth and is pouring through my individualized expression. And as I recognize that I'm connected and know that it is pouring through me, and as I know that its energy is pouring through me, it's pouring through me in the idea that it's bringing forth a life individualized as my being. And that this consciousness, this awareness, and all this process that is going is guided by this wisdom that is coming forth and seeing the unity as it's bringing the newness into expression. As we rejoice, as we see the greatness of life out of which I am being individualized from. Allow it to flow forth in me and through me and as me. And the greatness of being finds a unique way to bring just me into expression. And I'm knowing this for myself, but I'm also knowing it for all those around me as the oneness becomes uniquely individualized as each and every life that is manifesting. And I rejoice because my uniqueness, my greatness, has been duplicated by everyone that's in existence. But uniquely them as I am uniquely me. So in this awareness, in this understanding, I know this gift of expressing life, of creating anew, comes out of the words and the thoughts and expression, the avenue through which the new molds of creativity are brought into being, through the words and thoughts that are coming forth. And I choose to know and express the greatness, not only of my greatness of myself, but the greatness of everybody around me. They bring forth the wonder of being alive, the greatness of knowing the joy of being able to express and to manifest even more. And living on this cutting edge where the newness is constantly coming out into expression. And this newness of expression that we are recognizing and embracing knows its unity with each one, knows it's connected with this heartfelt love, this love that is so powerful. It is bringing forth life in such a way that it is totally harmonizing with each one being totally different, totally unique, as great. And it's becoming greater and greater moment by moment. Each life is a divine expression of being. Life saying yes to everything. Allowing ourselves to appreciate each other, feeding us with the touch of awareness and touch of idea to bring even greater expression. As we build on what we share and what we give, we build on what is being shared and what is being given. And it becomes a flowing exchange of manifesting and expressing life. And each one bringing whatever the gift of being resonates and brings forth the greatest expression of being in them. And as we move through this process, we see the new ideas being created, the new expressions of uniqueness being revealed as we love and appreciate each other. And in this loving, sharing back and forth, we move into an understanding that each one, each person offers an avenue through which we can build upon, that each one brings their own uniqueness, and we learn and expand from that uniqueness. And that which resonates comes forth to us, and that which resonates we give forth from us. And in this process of exchange, a whole new being of expression becomes a conscious experience, a vivid expression of spirit itself. And as we move through this, and we move to the idea that we are a harmonized oneness in the universe. And this harmony and this love that we share with each other, and this understanding of seeing the many ways in which the divine has revealed itself, whether it's for each one of the little grains of sand on the beach, or every leaf on the tree, or the many colors of green that the trees present. All of this is this wondrous experience of being a human and a spiritual being, humanizing itself in this way. This is life. And as we expand this wondrous humanized expression of being, we are introduced to that divine knowing that the oneness is the uniqueness, the oneness of life. The wholeness is that which has no beginning and that which has no end, but keeps expanding the way it presents itself. And we are able to relax and embrace and enjoy this sense of all that has been created. As we bring forth our own wonders of being. So in this spiritual presence of knowing the oneness of life, knowing that we all are Spirit's gift to life itself, we rest, we be still, and know that I am that I am is the greatness of the divine and yes to life. And as we move into the silence, bathe ourselves in this oneness, this greatness, this love, this joy, and this harmony. Rest in it. Be filled with it. Blossom with it. as we bring ourselves, our thoughts, understanding back to this moment together. As we rest in the awareness that the spiritual presence in us, through us, and as us is what we are totally acknowledging in this moment. To understand that this wisdom allows us to embrace the power and ability to bring newness into expression. And as we open our hearts and minds to include all those that are reaching for a greater expression of life, whether it's health, finances, a place to live, or being supported and nurtured, or in a loving and harmonious relationship, wherever that need is that has showed itself in this moment, is now been fulfilled completely by the divine presence awareness that each and everything is provided for. And as we are able to recognize this and understand it, we let go and allow it to unfold in a way in which is in harmony with our being, and allow ourselves to see and understand that the words that we need to say, the thoughts that we need to think, the activity that we need to engage in, whatever the requirement of physical form to come forth into expression, is already complete in itself. And as we move into embrace the newness of this awareness, all that is necessary for it to fall into place step by step is being provided. And we accept our oneness with the source. We accept our needs as being completely fulfilled by that source. We let ourselves say thank you, because we are able to understand that the physical health of life is the divine health of our being, and we let it be that which is the conscious expression in us here and now. And as we allow ourselves to embrace this idea, we free ourselves from any thoughts or anything that would even seem like it's being in the way. We uproot every thought of distrust and disbelief and let it be erased, and embrace the consciousness of knowing and understanding that the divine source is provided for every need, everything that we open ourselves for the greater good of life itself is being fulfilled. So we speak these words, we speak for all of those that saying, I want, I need to this to unfold, and release any and all resistance, all doubt or hesitation. And we say the joy of knowing that these are words of the truth, the joy of knowing that the law of the universe does the work that bring it forth into expression, is what we are able to say here and now and let it unfold with ease and grace. And so with the idea that our faith has been increased tenfold, even 100-fold, we say thank you, thank you, and know that it is already so. And with a divine awareness of acceptance, it is. And together we acknowledge it as we say, and so it is. Thank you. All. Thank you for joining me, and good night, and join us next week for the Taizé service. And we appreciate y'all joining us here tonight, and know that it is already done. And so it is.